The Duggar family has been involved in many controversies over the years. However, some of the family members have found a way out and escaped the family and the lifestyle they were forced to live for so many years. One of those people is Jinger Duggar. Jinger has a new book, and in it, she talks about how she had an identity crisis that helped her find her way out. Here is what you need to know. Jinger Duggar talks, Finding Herself. Jinger Duggar has a new book called People Pleaser, Breaking Free from the Burden of Imaginary Expectations. She said the book has that name because that is what she saw herself as for too many years. While promoting the new book, Jinger talked about what her life was like until she had an identity crisis. I realized I was so worried about what other people thought about me that it kind of let me down not the best path in my thoughts, Jinger explained, via POPL. She said she would worry that she was fat even though she wasn't. She said these thoughts began when she was a teen. Thankfully, I had awesome people who came around me and helped me out of that struggle of just struggling with an eating disorder, she said. Jinger said that these doubts also caused her to become a people pleaser. She felt she couldn't speak up for herself and was just trying to make everyone else happy. 2 years into her marriage, she had an identity crisis that made her realize that things had to change. Jinger married Jeremy Duggar in 2016. Whenever we were first married, I remember just being afraid of almost everyone. Afraid to trust them, Jinger said. She realized she was in an unhealthy place and didn't know what to do. Jinger Duggar says Jeremy helped her out of it. However, she said this had nothing to do with her husband. She said that Jeremy was there to help her and he wanted nothing but the best for her. We were a couple of years into marriage, really, when I realized I thought that jolt of like, okay, wow, who am I? She said. Jinger said she felt like a clone of who people wanted her to be. However, she felt it was time to show how she really feels about certain topics. She at first hid it from her husband because of the religious teachings of Bill Gothard. She finally broke free of that. I think he really helped me to grow in that area because he would say, I don't know who Jinger is. I would hear what you're thinking about, what things you like, what things you do not like. Please tell me if I do anything that annoys you. Tell me, Jinger said. That gave me so much freedom to be able to open up and be vulnerable, and then to be able to build genuine relationships. What are your thoughts about Jinger Duggar finally breaking free of the chains that held her down for so many years? Let us know in the comments below. Jinger Duggar's journey to self-discovery, breaking free from the burden of expectations. Jinger Duggar, a name synonymous with the large, religiously conservative Duggar family, has recently emerged from the shadows of her upbringing, embarking on a journey of self-discovery and personal liberation. Her new book, People Pleaser, Breaking Free from the Burden of Imaginary Expectations, serves as a powerful testament to her struggle with identity, her eventual break from the restrictive environment she grew up in, and her ultimate triumph in finding her authentic self. Jinger's story resonates with many who have felt the weight of societal and familial pressures, offering a message of hope and empowerment for those seeking to define their own paths. The Duggars, known for their devout adherence to a strict interpretation of Christianity and their traditional family values, have been the subject of both fascination and controversy. Within this unique environment, Jinger, like her siblings, was raised according to a specific set of rules and expectations. However, as she reveals in her book and subsequent interviews, the pressure to conform and the constant scrutiny of others' opinions created a profound sense of internal conflict. She describes herself as a people pleaser, someone who constantly sought validation from external sources, shaping her thoughts and actions based on what she perceived others wanted. Jinger's struggle with self-image began in her teenage years, marked by insecurities and distorted perceptions of her own body. She confessed to battling negative thoughts about her weight and appearance, a common struggle for many young women navigating the pressures of societal beauty standards. Fortunately, she found support and guidance from individuals who helped her overcome these challenges and address her eating disorder. This experience, while difficult, served as an early catalyst in her journey towards struggles. Jinger also grappled with the emotional burden of constantly trying to please everyone around her. She felt unable to express her true feelings and opinions, instead molding herself into what she believed others wanted her to be. This constant performance of self created a sense of disconnect between her inner self and her outward persona. She felt trapped in a cycle of seeking external validation, never truly feeling secure or confident in her own identity. A pivotal moment in Jinger's journey occurred 2 years into her marriage to Jinger Duggar, whom she married in 2016. This period marked the beginning of an identity crisis, a profound realization that she had lost touch with her own sense of self. She described feeling like a clone of other people's expectations, a reflection of the pressures she had internalized for so long. This realization, while unsettling, was also a catalyst for change. It forced her to confront the uncomfortable truth that she had been living a life dictated by external forces, rather than by her own internal compass. Jinger's narrative emphasizes that this identity crisis was not a reflection of her marriage or her husband's influence. On the contrary, she credits Jeremy with playing a crucial role in her journey of self-discovery. She explains that he actively encouraged her to express her true thoughts and feelings, creating a safe space for her to explore her own identity. He challenged her to articulate her likes, dislikes, and opinions, fostering a sense of vulnerability and openness that she had previously lacked. Jeremy's support was instrumental in helping Jinger break free from the constraints of her past. His willingness to listen and understand, without judgment, allowed her to shed the fear of disapproval that had plagued her for so long. He encouraged her to be authentic, to embrace her true self, and to cultivate genuine relationships based on honesty and vulnerability. This newfound freedom to express herself was transformative, enabling her to build stronger connections with others and, most importantly, with herself. Jinger's journey is a powerful reminder that self-discovery is a process, not a destination. It requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to confront one's own insecurities and limitations. Her story offers hope to those who feel trapped by the expectations of others, demonstrating that it is possible to break free from these constraints and create a life that is authentic and fulfilling. Her willingness to share her struggles and triumphs has resonated with many, making her a role model for those seeking to define their own identities and live their lives on their own terms. The significance of Jinger's story extends beyond her personal journey. It sheds light on the challenges faced by individuals growing up within highly structured and restrictive environments, particularly those with strong religious or cultural influences. Her experience highlights the importance of fostering self-awareness, critical thinking, and the freedom to question and explore different perspectives. It underscores the need for open communication and supportive relationships, which can empower individuals to break free from limiting beliefs and embrace their true selves. Jinger's story is not just about escaping a particular lifestyle. It is about the universal human desire for authenticity and self-expression. It is about the courage to challenge the status quo, to question long-held beliefs, and to forge one's own path, even when it means facing criticism or disapproval. Her journey is a testament to the power of self-discovery and the transformative potential of embracing one's true identity. It is a story of resilience, self-acceptance, and the courage to live a life that is true to oneself. Jinger Duggar's narrative serves as an inspiration to all who seek to break free from the burden of expectations and embark on their own journey of self-discovery.